Good morning, YouTube. How are you guys doing? Pope Binary is back, baby. It's been so long. And I sincerely apologize for the dear departed Pope Binary as of recent, but I am back, and I will basically get into why I've been gone for so long in this video. So this video is going to be broken into two segments. I'm going to give you guys a live trade, and then I'm going to give you guys kind of a channel update, basically to describe why I've been gone, what I'm going to be doing moving forwards, where I've been, this and that. But before we get into all of that, I'm going to give you guys the quick quote of the day. I learned early that there is nothing new in Wall Street. There can't be, because speculation is as old as the hills. Whatever happens in the stock market today has happened before and will happen again. I've never forgotten that. That's from Jesse Livermore. So without further ado, here is the, I guess, channel update plus live trade. Hey guys, so for the first portion of this video, like I said, I'm going to walk you through a real quick trade, and I'm going to have to speak kind of quickly here because this is real time and I don't want to miss it. So I'm basically just going to walk you through my trading mindset when I open my chart. So when I look at this euro-dollar chart right now, I see a really clean market to trade in, and currently it is Friday, October 13th at 1:37 p.m. So that leaves us roughly, you know, about 2 hours and 20 minutes before the markets close. So this is generally a really bad time to trade unless you're in a really good market like this. And I'm basically going to explain to you what I mean by a good market. So, you know, there's a famous quote that I see all the time on the internet when I'm studying and basically trying to figure out what are the best markets to type of trade in. And I don't know, all these people say whenever a market looks like two teenagers strangled on a couch, right? That is not a good time to trade, right? And so whenever you look at markets like this, I just see, you know, two teenagers. I see the bearish girl and then the bullish guy, and they're just like all strangled up, clunky, not knowing what to do. It's all like weird, like, you know what I mean? Like the market doesn't have a clear direction. It's really bizarre in the way that it's moving. I don't really know where to go, and I am legitimately scared to invest money into this market. So whenever you have that bad feeling about like what the heck is happening here, I mean, I'm sure I could describe to you what's happening, but am I confident to trade in it? No, not at all, right? So this market, I do not want to trade in, period. This market, I would have liked to trade it in at 10 in the morning. As we can see, there's a nice kind of sort of double bottom here. But right now, the market's just ranging, no clear direction. Right here, there's actually a really, really good trade coming up, and I will walk you through why I think that's a really good trade in just a moment. But right here, I could see myself taking a trade because there's a clear bearish trend. We're getting a clear pullback. This market, I'm actually going to trade in a second. This market is too clunky for me. Like I said, there's not a clear direction. I don't understand why there's a sudden move down. Are we in a bearish trend? Technically, yes, but not really. Right here, the market... Okay, so here's a tip, real quick, bonus tip from your boy Pope Binary. Whenever the market looks like a mountain, right, it goes straight up, straight down, that is a terrible time to be trading because you have zero idea of where the market's going to go. Whenever the market, if it's moving in a clean pattern, what should happen is the market should rise, it should hit extended support, and then it should fall. Whenever you just see like a kind of a cliff, right, straight up, straight down like this, do never trade in these markets because you have zero idea where the market's going to go. Right here, the Australian dollar, the market's in a range, not really moving. I don't want to trade here. Right here is also a really good trade, and I'll explain why. I guess I'll just explain why now. So the market is in a clear bearish trend, and I can tell you that. This is a trade I actually took this morning. So what you see here is there's a clear double top. I've got a video. If you want to see it, I'm going to insert a card, I think, real quick in the top right. Go ahead and click this link, and it'll open in a new window. But because if you want to learn what a double top is, obviously, I'm just self-promoting, being the classic YouTube asshole, if you'll apologize my language. But that video will describe to you what a double top is. But in short, the market rose to a nice resistance point, fell away, rose again, and we get this nice bearish response. And the market has clearly been moving downwards ever since. So this market is clearly in a bearish trend. Right now, I'm seeing a potential for a really nice pullback trade to happen, and what I mean by that is the market moves down, we get some bullish resistance before the market will move down again. So that is basically what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for some sort of bearish sentiment. I'm looking for a bearish candle. We've risen to the moving average, which is what this pink line represents. You can see in the top left here, this moving average 20. The market has risen back to the moving average, so I'm waiting for any sort of bearish trending candle, anything like this big red candle, or it doesn't even have to be that big. It just has to be a bearish trending candle downwards. So I'm looking for that either on this euro dollar chart or the euro Japanese chart right here. So if either of these charts, shape up in the way that I want to see in my head, I will let you guys know. For now, I'm probably going to cut back to it. But before I do that, I want to mention real quick what I've just said there in my head. That is how you are supposed to trade, folks. You're supposed to have a clear, defined pattern that you're looking for in your head. And if the market reacts in the way that you want it to, that's when you trade, right? You don't let the markets control you. You control the markets in a sense, if that makes sense. That's just kind of a little thing I've learned over the past 2.5 years of trading, and I figured I'd share that with y'all. You have to have a clear representation of what you want the market to do in your head, and if the market shapes up the way you want it, then you trade, not the other way around, right? So, like I said, I'm going to cut back if it actually happens, and so I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alright guys, I just entered a real quick trade on the Euro Japanese dollar. I'm just going to give you a quick update what happened to the other chart real quick. The euro dollar, as we can see, it kind of got a little weird for me. I didn't really understand what was happening here. I mean, I do understand. It's kind of a mini trend inside of a pullback, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? But for me, I'm not comfortable trading there. However, in the euro yen dollar or the euro yen dollar right now, this is a trend or a pattern that I have traded, I don't know, dozens of times, right? I understand that the market is about to fall, and I'll tell you exactly why. So this kind of goes down into price action at this point. So I know that we're, like I said, we're in a clear bearish trend. The market is in a pullback. We just hit the moving average, which if you guys are new to trading, moving average is a really, really, really big deal. Basically, when the market moves away from the moving average, it rises back to it. And generally, since trading is really automated nowadays, computers trade based off of moving averages all the time. Basically, if the market reaches the moving average, a lot of computer systems will just automatically enter a trade and go ahead and sell the market, especially in markets such as this that are such bearish conditions. So the market, we're in a clear pullback. We are, barely touching this moving average for the longest time. And what that means is the market is afraid to break the moving average. And by that, I hope you guys can see, but there's this first green candle right here. We've got 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candle, 4 candles that have all, kind of been sitting at the moving average but failing to break it. And if you guys want to know, I'm going to go ahead and add a visual aid here. We're also at a kind of sort of resistance point. As we can see, this is the market came down. We hit this support zone, right? Support is the opposite of resistance, right? So support means you hit the top half of an important line, and then resistance is you hit the bottom half, if that makes sense. So when it goes down and then back up, that's support, and when it goes up and back down, it's resistance. So not only has the market been failing to break the moving average, but we're also at the exact same resistance point that we've seen earlier, right? So I hope this is making sense to you guys, but basically the market bounced back here, and now we're bouncing back here again. So I went ahead and entered, like I said, a 5-minute put right here, a 5-minute sell at the 132.25, which is right where this line is. So basically just above this red line is where my strike price is, and I just said in the next 5 minutes it's going to finish below that line. And like I said, the reason I did that is not only is the market failing to break the moving average, but it's also failing to break this resistance point, which is convergence in a sense, which just means that two things are lining up and pointing in the same direction, the moving average and the resistance point both, and the fact that there's a really, really clean doji candle, which is if we're just gonna cut the Japanese nonsense, right? Doji is the cross-looking candle right here, and that just means that there's really strong indecisiveness in the market at this resistance point at the moving average, which lets me know that the bears are about to take over the market. Like I said, I've probably traded that exact same pattern dozens of times. For me, this is not a special trade. This is just an everyday daily trade. And like I said, or I've said in previous videos rather, the bread and butter trades are what makes you money, not the home run trades, right? So for me, this is a bread and butter trade. The 5-minute period just closed out. I just got paid roughly, so I got $30 per contract. I just traded, 10 contracts, so that was, a $300 payout. Not bad for a Friday afternoon when I'm sitting in my room after classes doing nothing, right? So that is your trade for today, and moving on, I'm kind of going to go into the channel update here. So if you guys are just here for the trade, feel free to dip. But if you want to hear about my direction with the channel and what I'm going to do moving forward and why I haven't made a video in so long, feel free to stick around. So the first thing I want to say is thank y'all so much for the support. You guys really have been tremendous. I can't tell you how many times I've opened up my email and just seen so many people thanking me. Likewise on the comment section, how many people have been thanking me. And I just want to thank you guys so much for the support. Just on a channel basis, we've grown so much. When I stopped making videos, we were at about 2,800 subscribers. I think we just peaked 7,200 about a week ago, which is the last time I looked at this channel. And that's just crazy. So first off, thank you. You guys are tremendous. Thank you guys so much. It really does mean a lot that you guys, really do care about, what I teach, what I do, and how hopefully what my future career is. And I hope to continue to educate y'all in the future. So the big question I'm sure everybody is wondering, why haven't I made a video in so long? And I'm going to be honest with you, I got really discouraged. So if you've seen my video, at one point I opened a trading group, and then basically that trading group, I didn't consider it a real success because Skype was just not the right platform to do that. But there were so many people on that trading platform that were just direct messaging me, just asking me for money. And basically they just wanted to shadow my trades, not really understand. And so I got really discouraged when people were basically just trying to milk me for money and not really understand the trading process. And so I just learned from that experience that trading groups are not for me, right? I'm a very bad host of them. And for me, it's all about the process and learning and improving and not necessarily the making money, right? I want to be a better trader, not someone who can make money, because in the long run, if you're a good trader, the money will come. So that combined with the fact that there was a lot of, I don't know, like, basically, I felt like I was attracting the wrong type of audience, just people that wanted just to make money. And so that is a really bad excuse to stop making videos. And I guess part of it was I got lazy. About the time that I stopped making videos was when finals were for me at college, so I had to really hunker down and study. I was also applying for internships. I also was really busy this summer. I was traveling all over the country, just basically, not only was I meeting like traders, professional traders, but I was also doing like private selling gigs, so I was just really busy this summer, and that combined with the fact that I was also teaching friends of mine how to trade, and so needless to say, I was really busy, and I kind of put YouTube on the back burner. I shouldn't have done it because you guys have been loyal to me and I've not been loyal to you. So needless to say, let's just say I got lazy and I was being a very bad host of a YouTube channel, right? So I'm just going to cut the bullshit, cut the excuses. I was being lazy is what it comes down to. And I'm really sorry. You guys deserve better, and I promise I will not let that happen again in the future. So moving forward, what am I going to do with the channel moving forward? I really am going to strive to put out at least one video per week. I'm probably going to put out two because my current schedule, Tuesday, Thursdays, are my off days. If I'm really feeling up to it on the weekends, I might release a third video, just like in kind of like a teaching video. Tuesday, Thursdays are probably going to be live trade videos in a sense, if that makes sense. I'm going to trade live, give you guys live trade videos. And then on the weekend, if there's anything that I feel as if I haven't touched on that I want to teach you guys, like just general trading concepts. For example, convergence. I haven't made a video on convergence, which is what this trade that I just took was based off of. If I want to make a video on convergence, I will do so and let you guys know. That'll be a weekend thing, but Tuesday, Thursdays will be live trades, and then weekends will be teaching videos if I come up with a content to make, if that makes sense. If there's nothing I feel like I need to teach y'all, it'll probably just be a Tuesday, Thursday channel. But I hope to consistently put videos out moving forward. Like I said, I'm terribly sorry for the lack of effort I've been putting towards the channel, and I promise I will not let that happen again. As a side note, if you guys have sent any emails that you really want answered, go ahead and just resend them, because there are, if I could open my email box of the amount of questions I've gotten within the past 7 months, I'm telling you, I literally have about 2,500 unread emails, because like I said, I stopped taking care of the channel and stopped nurturing it, and that's how channels die, which is what I don't want to happen to this channel. I have 2,500 unread emails on popebinary@gmail.com. If you have any urgent questions, just go ahead and resend them. I will try my best to answer them. Likewise, if you have any comments, there's so many comments. I literally get about a couple dozen comments a day. I'm not even kidding. So if you guys have any urging questions you need, just go ahead and re-comment, and I will, on this video, that is, and I will do my best to answer it moving forward. And I will do my best to answer any questions y'all have. But like I said, thank y'all so much for the support. I'm so sorry for how I've been treating y'all. I kind of feel like it's an abusive relationship in a sense. I don't know. But I will do my best to be more consistent moving forward. And I hope you guys have a great day. So with all that being said, if you stuck around to the end, you guys are real troopers. Thank y'all so much. And Pope Binary's out.